I needed that extra time to cool off, get my head straight. I mean, my rage-induced state did kind of leak last night, so you got a bit of a treat to hold you over. But now here it is. The Eagles were going into this game, arguably their most important game of the entire season. A game we needed to maintain NFC supremacy, to keep a comfortable position in getting the number 1 seed, which is pivotal in getting back to the Super Bowl, to avenge the crime that we have committed this past February. Every time the Eagles have been to the Super Bowl, they had the number 1 seed. They had home field advantage. So it is extremely important. And our opponent, the San Francisco 49ers, the biggest crybaby sore losers in the NFL, and the worst fans in the NFL, who did nothing but piss, cry, and moan about what happened in January. They talked all this shit all off-season long and disrespected us at every turn. And now the moment had finally arrived. So how would it go down? The Eagles dominated the first quarter, more or less. I mean, we shut them down defensively, but offensively, we took 2 trips to the red zone, but they only resulted in field goals. We couldn't score a touchdown. If you hear a loud-ass plane, sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, if I had my truck, this would be a lot easier, but it is what it is. So if you hear it, oh well. I tried. But anyway. And then, starting in the second quarter, the 49ers started waking up, and they went damn near 90 yards to the friggin' end zone. It's like, yeah, at first it was like, you needed to score touchdowns, not field goals. But then as more time went on, we started to realize that, yeah, scoring touchdowns those first 2 drives wouldn't have really made that much of a difference. And before you knew it, we could get absolutely nothing going. Defense can't stop shit. Offense can't do shit. Holy shit, it's almost as if backing your corners 15 yards off some of the best receivers in the NFL is a recipe for disaster. Wow, who saw that coming? And you're telling me that underutilizing your running backs and making Jalen throw 40-plus times a game finally showed its counterproductivity? Oh, imagine my shock. Yeah, it just, because it got ugly really quickly. It was like what happened last time, but now the shoe's on the other side of the foot, and it's not fun. The shoe's on the other foot, and it's not fun, and it wasn't going to be. I mean, I knew this was going to be a difficult game. I actually had us losing before the season even began, but after going 10-1, I actually did have us winning going in, but I saw this coming. I mean, I wasn't... This is why I needed that extra time. I mean, I'm not pissed that we lost. I'm pissed at the way we lost. I mean, to put it into perspective, I mean, the 49ers, I hate them with a fucking passion. I hate them almost as much as the Cowboys. Obviously, I hate the Cowboys the most. And their fans are arguably... I can make the case to say they're worse than Cowboys fans. But at the end of the day, I think I still stand by the fact that Shanna Choker has a really punchable face. But at the end of the day, they adjusted to your game plan. I mean, losing a closely contested competitive game would have been one thing. I'm like, okay, it happens. But you got blown out in your own fucking stadium. You let the team that disrespected you all season long, threw shade at you at every waking moment, every opportunity that arose to disrespect you, to talk some slick shit. And what did you do about it? Nothing. You let them completely laid down and died. You let them walk right all over you. This was literally the equivalent of letting some dude kiss your woman right in front of you and letting him proceed to bitch slap you. That's kind of what happened. That's what would have happened if I ever saw my ex with my replacement. I'd kiss her right in front of him, and he wouldn't do a damn thing about it. And I would have done the same thing with the girl I wanted last year. I mean, I almost did it last year. I almost kissed her right in front of him, and you know he would have did about it? Fucking nothing. He would have stood there and took it like the bitch that he is. And that's pretty much what the Eagles did last night. Absolutely despicable. To put it into perspective, the 49ers players, say whatever you want about the team, the fans, players, whatever. The 49ers players walked into the building dressed like bikers, gangsters, and hitmen. And what did we look like? Bums. And we played like bums. Yeah, apparently even a Niners linebacker putting their hands on our head of security wasn't enough to spark a fire. You still proceeded to There was no fight in you. There was no balls. There was no heart. There was no nothing. I mean, you wonder why I lashed out a couple weeks ago about people saying I needed to start being positive and stop being negative. People forget that you never know when shit could easily start to fall apart, where things could easily, something like this could end up happening. And that's why I will never trust this team as far as I can throw them. Because I will always be watching. Because I know somehow, some way they're going to pull shit like this. And some of the excuses that I've been hearing are just pathetic. I mean, people are saying we needed to lose this game. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I don't know how much I want to really hold that against them, because it could just be a simple coping mechanism. But if they're actually serious about... Anyone who's actually serious about that needs to be drug out into the street and shot. I mean, the extra rest time San Francisco got, the weather, the Cowboys. No Dallas Goedert? That's your fucking excuse? They're just tired. I mean, at least last year with Dallas, you had no Jalen Hurts. At least with... But what about now? There's no excuse. You got bitch slapped. What happened to you last night? That is what I call getting punked out. And it's pathetic. I mean, on top of it, already, do you honestly believe this is good football they've been playing this season? Do you honestly believe they're going to win a Super Bowl after looking the way they did last night? Maybe a mentality change. I mean, it's not too late. I understand that. I mean, I'm willing to entertain some ideas, but this is pretty symbolic. And the way the Niners coming in looking like gangsters, bikers, and hitmen, and playing like lethal assassins, it goes to show you that symbolism plays a bigger impact than you give it credit for. Symbolism is the name of my game. The name of your game is monotony. We are not the same. I am above you. And I'm the only one who saw this coming, so I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back. I'm going to put myself over. Got a problem with that? Do something about it. And the worst part about it all is this was a game we badly needed. We needed this game more than another Dallas game. This was the game we needed to secure NFC supremacy. Do we look like the best team in the NFL right now? Fucking hell no. Anyone who still thinks that right now, you gotta be, you're fucking kidding yourself. You're in defense mode. You're in your coping mode. But it's not gonna work this time. Or is it? Only one way to find out. This was a game we needed to maintain a strong position, to maintain a strong foothold for the number 1 seed. Now, it gets harder. Guess who we got next week? Dallas. In Arlington. And now, not only with the number 1 seed, but also the division title on the line. And we have not won in Texas since 2017. And we have not swept them in 12 years. Good luck there. And after that, our daddy Seattle, the team we cannot beat. You think the Niners are going to lose 2 more games? You think the Cowboys are going to lose 2 more games? You think the Lions are going to lose 2 more games? I'll be amazed if it happens, but you never know. I mean, I'm just going to say it right here, right now, and I don't give a shit who gets mad. Do something about it. But I know you won't. Just like the Eagles didn't do anything about being disrespected. They don't got the balls to win the Super Bowl. Prove me wrong. Oh, and also, if you don't, RPF's going to be gone for good. I don't want that to happen. I mean, I wanted to try to plead, but nah, his mind's going to be made up. Anyway, we're going to see what happens. Show me what you got next week. Yeah, I know, it ain't much.